welcome to the broadcast with Amanda, Shandy, and Colleen. My name is Colleen.
My name is Amanda.
And I'm Shandy.
Welcome to the show, everybody. This is Season 4, Episode 35, Episode 170. We are getting close to 200, which is kind of exciting. How is it going, everybody?
Wow, we are getting close to 200. I hadn't even thought of that. Damn.
Yeah, that's so exciting.
It's very crazy to me. If everybody can hear that thumping in the background, Amanda, do you want to explain?
I'm sorry. I'm recording from Mars today. I'm on a spaceship, I think.
It sounds like you're on a spaceship rave. Like there's a giant dance party going on right now.
It's really, really bad, guys.
It's really loud.
You can hear like quadruple it. Like to the point where I'm like, that can't. Maybe it is coming from outside.
It's like I can feel the vibrations through the computer. Like that's how loud that is. I don't know how you and your neighbors haven't killed him for playing this music at 9:30 at night.
I'm curious if anyone else can hear it to the extent that we can. Like I'm not certain his like either side neighbors can hear it the way we can hear it through the floor.
If you should ask them, and then you guys can present a unified front.
That's true. It's like that. I feel like that'd be a little weird though if I went to like knock on like neighbors' doors who I've never met. And just, like,
don't do it that way, dude.
I super want to complain about your next door neighbor.
No, oh my god, no! You have to do it like 2020 style, total passive aggressive. Put it on your next door page. Like, does anybody else hear the noise from an apartment?
That's
you
true.
have to have it next door.
I think I have heard tell that there is a Facebook group for our building, which I can't seem to find or I haven't been invited to. So, but then it's like they know who you are, so it's like I'm too non-confrontational for that.
That's what I would do. I had a mini confrontation with a neighbor yesterday. Jay was like, I wouldn't have even stopped for her. I would have just given her the finger and kept going. And I was like, oh, I was in the mood to stop. I won't even recap it because honestly, I would edit that all out anyway. And I'm going to say sometimes Jay is laughing at me right now. Because Way and I went for a walk today because I'm finally, as of today, March 24th is my first day where I am now working from home. And we went for a walk today at lunchtime. And like we passed her and I don't think she recognized that it was me, maybe because I was like all non-showered and like in sweatpants, and yesterday I was like dressed for work. But yeah, as she was like you noticed, JJ, she was following us like somewhat closely at first before she
because you like gave a really friendly hello. I was like, I don't want to have a conversation with this person.
I was like, and then as we like kind of I was like, okay, I gotta wait till he's like 10 feet ahead of her. And I was like, that's the one that yelled at me yesterday. She was like, what's your name? And I was like, my name is Colleen and I live next to Kim. And I totally threw my neighbor's name out because I was like, everybody either loves her or is afraid of her. So I was hoping it would get me some like clout. So we'll see. But anyway, chat. It sounds like the music has stopped, Amanda.
Only muted herself. Muted myself.
Oh, you muted yourself. Chat, can you guys hear the music? We're joined live with the patrons tonight for our live, monthly patrons hangout. We have a big crowd tonight. Big crowd. We have Mandy and Will and Greg and Kayla and JP. And I know there's somebody else on there because it says there are 6 viewing, and I don't think I said 6 people, but hey, math is hard, so maybe I did. Anyway, hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us. If you would like to become a patron, you can go to patreon.com/JayandJack, which I know at the time when, we're about to hit like 30% unemployment, it is really great to plug your Patreon page for a podcast and not like,
old habits die hard.
I guess we could at least, try to include a bad Ellen story with it. You guys didn't see that thread? Oh, there's an awesome Twitter thread, and it's for every true terrible Ellen story that you share, I'll donate money to like the food bank in LA or whatever it was. And people came back with some stories, and I was like, oh my God, she really is a monster.
Like, what kind of stuff?
Oh man, I'll see if I can try to find it. And while you guys are talking, and that will be everybody's like enticing you all to stick around to get through this episode. Another disclaimer, I have to use the YouTube backup tonight. So I know last week sounded a little off. This week is going to sound a little off.
Sorry.
It's Jay's fault. He had to do a video.
But definitely sign up to be a patron.
Definitely sign up to be a patron, though.
Quality sound like you're hearing tonight.
Is it because of that?
Yeah. Anyway, chat can't hear the loud music. Sherry's here. Hello, Sherry. How you doing?
Actually, I think they did turn the music down a little bit. Now I just hear loud talking, so they're probably bitching us out. But whatever, I don't care.
Did Daniel take them?
He said he was going to. Let's
so
see.
Daniel texted them.
He says, "Will do."
Okay.
And the music has gotten quieter, so hopefully that did something.
Damn, I am so impressed. Just hats off.
Thank you, Daniel.
Yeah, he has no problem, and like he's like nice enough. He's straightforward about it, so he doesn't sound like a dick, and he doesn't sound like overly nice. Like he's very straightforward about it. Where I would just not be. I can't.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. So how has everybody been? How's your week? Appreciate everybody tuning in, even though they didn't get a new episode until last night.
Right. We're living in crazy times right now.
Exactly. Time has no more meaning. So,
Now that I'm home during the day, I have zero excuses not to just get this show edited on Thursday and not, have it out on our Friday release. So I do apologize. The last few weeks have been a little bit rough. And that's just because I don't know.
Because everyone's in crisis mode. Your kids are home.
Exactly. Things happen.
I can't stay off Twitter. I've abandoned Facebook for the most part.
Hang out with me anymore.
Oh my God, I hang out with you all the time. Oh my God, I didn't edit on Thursday because you got all. Oh no, don't you even dare blame it on me.
I gotta edit.
No. I didn't edit on Thursday. Do you know why? Because somebody was like, oh, you have to edit? I switched around everything I was doing so we could hang out tonight because we didn't get to hang out the last 2 nights because the last 3 nights because I had Westworld on Monday and you did your thing on Tuesday and then we did Survivor on Wednesday. And I was like, yeah, we hung out Wednesday. He was like, that doesn't count. So I didn't do it on Thursday. So it's actually technically the shitty audio tonight is Jay's fault and the late broadcast is Jay's fault. So say sorry to the people.
Sorry. Having spouses sucks. Single for life. Hashtag YOLO. Hashtag solo.
Anyway.
Side note, I'm very excited about the Westworld podcast. I haven't caught up to the second episode one, but the first episode was really good.
Yeah.
Why not? It came out a full 40 minutes before our last episode came out.
That's true. I just listened to the first one today, actually.
Yeah. No, it is again, since time no longer means what it used to mean, everything is weird. I found that I'm super behind on podcasts and I would have thought that I would be ahead because I have so much extra time, quote unquote, but I usually listen to podcasts in the morning when I'm walking to work and on my lunch break when I'm walking home and things like that. And those things aren't happening anymore. So anyway,
same. I'm so behind. I feel you on that.
Yeah.
Obviously I'm not behind because I've been going to work and maintaining my normal schedule with the exception of editing broadcasts for the last few weeks. But I folded a lot of laundry today. I did how many loads did I do? I did 5 or 6 loads and folded them all. So that was
nice.
Oh, that must have felt so satisfying.
Uh-huh. Plus laundry is the laundry folding is the perfect task for podcast listening.
That's true. I wouldn't know. Daniel's
pairs
won the last 2 rounds of laundry,
Nice.
which I very much appreciate.
Oh, no. I don't do the cat box ever, so I do all the laundry and the dishes. It's a fair trade-off, though, because...
See, I do I
Honestly.
do the cat box most of the time. Though I finally, slowly but surely, we're starting to share that a little bit.
Well, that's good.
One has to be asked, and one of us who's had the cat longer just knows it needs to happen.
Right.
So so yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Greg said 5 or 6. That's a lot of loads. Yes.
4 people.
Yeah, few of them very little. Little people require lots of dirty laundry.
Oh, so Jay was laughing at that because I said loads. And then he just said, I already beat you to it, Greg. Yes, and I'm very tired and very sore.
Hello.
I'm just kidding. Colleen takes care of her loads. Hashtag blessed. Continuing with the joke about all the coronavirus babies. Are they going to be like, if we get a baby boom next, like, starting like December through whatever, is that going to be like the corona boomer generation or something? Like, is that what they're going to call
COVID
it?
Generation?
The COVID boomers or something?
The COVID
I know.
kids.
The COVID kids. Oh.
Didn't say it was a good idea, guys.
Jay was like, it's the new latchkey kids. Oh, a very belated happy birthday to JP, who sat there with the last week, and as we were like toasting Gott and making a big deal, it was his birthday, but JP's birthday was 2 days later, and I actually had it written down in my notebook, and I didn't even realize it because I wasn't looking at it, remember? Because we had...
True.
Anyway, so that was bothering me. That belated happy birthday, JP. Cheers to you.
Cheers.
And to Scott Eric, even though I know that you hearing this birthday wish is the price is me, I don't know, having to listen to your podcast or whatever the deal is. The quid pro quo for the happy birthday wish.
I heard there was no quid pro quo.
Well, in most civilized circles.
No quid pro quo. Okay,
I thought it was a perfect. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway,
I probably have like a lot of tales from the last week, but I'm only going to tell one, and that was the one that I told you guys. So Pure Barre has been doing live streams a couple of times a day via Facebook Live, and you can then watch the playback. And I can't do it. I wasn't able to do it during the week because I was at work last week, and I couldn't like leave and run home like I could leave and run to the studio just because my home is further away than the studio. So I was doing the replay on Saturday, and Zachary was doing it with me. And like, I ran downstairs to get the hand weights and 2 water bottles for him. And I come back upstairs. His shirt is off. He's like, all right, I'm ready to go. Jay comes home from wherever he was, and he was like, why is your shirt off? He was like, we're exercising.
That's what you do.
Gotta be shirtless. I mean, that's the rule.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just so funny. And then,
So
the whole time though, so he used to do this program at his old daycare, and they did this program called Yoga Buddies, and he really enjoyed it. And the whole time that we were doing Pure Barre poses, he was like, let's do yoga next. I want to do yoga. I want to do yoga. I want to show you how to do yoga. And I was like, okay, well, we can do some yoga. So I set him up with one of the 5-minute videos of yoga with Adrian. And I sent you guys the picture of him shirtless really in his Charlie Brown Christmas pajamas. And like, he really had a really fun time doing it. So I think that one of our quarantine activities is going to be yoga with Zachary.
I love it. I'm fairly certain that she has some videos specifically for kids.
Oh, awesome. We'll check them out then.
Yeah, she says a lot in her videos how like she teaches kids yoga. So that sounds right.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What are you guys up to? What have
you?
you guys done for the last week? Do you have any fun quarantine stories?
Well, I went running. I'm really excited that I can now go running on my lunch break. I can also do yoga on my lunch break. So many possibilities. And I went running last Thursday and spectacularly face planted.
Oh no, it's a sad story.
Yeah, it was a sad story, but it's kind of like, how the fuck did I do that? And how many people saw me do that? Hopefully not that many because we're sheltering in place, but
Yeah. Well,
oh
your
my
face
God.
looks fine. So like you didn't hurt yourself, which is my primary concern.
Right.
I'm glad.
I had like my lip was a little bit scuffed up right here, but that's already healed. My knee, I have a hole in my favorite running pants, and that's the saddest part.
That
And
is
when I took them off to take a shower, I realized why. My knee was a little bit banged up. But it was like kind of on gravel. It was, mind you, it was flat ground. I don't know how I did this.
No, gravel is sticky. It happens.
But
Gravel happened.
I had gravel in my mouth, and I had gravel like all over.
Oh no!
I really face planted. It was pretty, and then my hands are basically all healed. Nice.
Oh, that's good, because I feel like gravel can be very unforgiving in the like heel of one's hand, because it's like, that's like how you obviously probably were trying to stop yourself with your hands, and the skin just that's
So that's my one not super fun story, but it was eventful, I guess. And then I got up and kept going, so that felt good. But I did do one thing today, which I've been in the process of like figuring out for a while. But I signed up for an online class.
Nice.
Because I don't know if I've ever mentioned it on the podcast, and I don't even know if I've talked about it with you guys. But I teach online classes also as like a side hustle.
Mm-hmm.
And I recently realized that if you've taught 15 classes for them, you can then take as many classes as you want for free.
Wow.
I mean, only one at a time, like only one per term.
That's awesome, though.
But still.
And anything is open except for doctoral programs, which is that I was like super excited. I was like, oh, I could just get a doctorate for free. And then realized that's like the one exception. But you can just take random classes. You can work on a degree, a license, a master's degree, like anything you want. And so I was looking into that, and there's this certificate in like leadership in nonprofits that I was interested in. So I signed up for the first class that's starting in a couple of weeks. And it's like organizational leadership or something like that. So it's really cool because it's actually sort of linked to like my what I do in my full-time job. So it's kind of this cool like double whammy where I can count all of those contact hours as professional development things that I've done, like for my other job, and it's all free.
Nice.
So
that's awesome.
Got access to the class today. Spent. Yeah, very excited about that. At first, I wasn't really sure if I was going to start in this April. They have like they're 10-week courses. It's a really compact schedule. And it's kind of like the terms are just like all throughout the year. So it's not a regular semester schedule. So there's the next term starting is towards the beginning of April. And I was not sure timing wise if I wanted to do that one because I thought I might go on a trip at the beginning of summer. But then like when all this happened, I was like, well, fuck it. I'm not going on a trip at the beginning of summer. So might as well start my class.
That's awesome. I was thinking about that today, how I wanted to find a class or something that I could take online during this, since I will have time. I mean, I have things to do for work, but my big thing, in the spring, the thing that we generally do the Thursday after the meetup, where I always want to like kill myself that week because I'm like, why did I have the meetup then? Even though whatever. That got canceled because, it's a public event. Yeah. So, I don't know. We'll have a couple of things that we do online. I have a couple of meetings online, but it's going to be a lot like less to do. So I was thinking about trying to take some kind of course, whether it was like a pre-taped one or something, just because I don't want to get lazy while I'm home. Like I don't want my biggest takeaway from, coronavirus quarantine to be, that I can fold laundry really well. I already got that lesson when I worked at Ann Taylor after college. So I want to enhance something. I know. I just said enhance something. Everybody shut the fuck up.
Is it because I'm here? I'm just kind of like oozing.
You're oozing enhancement? No, that's not it. So anyway, we asked the chat what they've been doing. Mandy said, watching old Survivor seasons with the girls and slowly going crazy. I hear ya.
Yeah, she asked which season to watch, and I suggested Cook Islands, but I never heard back from her. I think she's on All Stars now, if I remember correctly from her Instagram, which is, a good season to watch, especially right now. But I'm telling you, Cook Islands, it was my first.
I've never seen Cook Islands. Maybe I'll go back and watch it.
No,
oh my God.
What makes it so good? What's so great about it?
It's Parvati's first season.
It's a lot. It's Duel's first season. It's Ozzy's first season. So
a lot of people come out of that season.
It's Penner's first season. Like, it's a pretty star-studded cast.
Yeah.
It's the season where they thought that it would be a good idea to divide people by race and ethnicity, and I don't know how that got past anyone.
It was a different time then.
What year was that?
Exactly. Yeah. It must have been like 2007, right? Because it's season 14. They started in 2000. They do 2 seasons a year. Anyway, yeah. So I don't know how that ever got okayed. But apart from the super problematic premise, it's a really good season, and I don't really want to say why because that would give it away. But I binged, like, I stayed up all night until 10 o'clock the next morning finishing it.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I was obsessed with Survivor. So.
All right. Well, I guess Jay and I are going to have to watch Cook Islands then.
Which now I've probably oversold. So hopefully no one's disappointed, but it's a good season. And again, especially when you think about like the players from that season, there's a lot of big names.
Okay, cool. Good to know. Kayla says, lots of sleeping, working out, coloring, drawing, meditation, binge watching, puzzle making, and cooking. What you binge watching, girl? Let's see. Greg said,
I love the puzzle making. I've been seeing a lot of people on my Instagram doing puzzles, and I'm kind of like jealous. I feel like I got to get in on that. But my building has put a thing in order, put a rule in place that we have to limit what we're ordering online.
Which is very smart.
Yeah, to cut down the amount of packages that are coming in.
Totally.
Well, actually, oh my God. Did I just say, well, actually?
That's okay. You're not a boy. It's not as bad.
Go ahead. Colleen, explain.
It's only like an 8 out of 10 bad. My vagina gets me that extra 2 points. Okay. What I was going to say is, I think Amazon has severely limited some of their non-essential shipments right now because our wipes, because we do the monthly wipes order.
But it's delayed. I take it.
No, the wipes came actually right on time, and I was shocked because I thought that they weren't going to be. But I went to go order Little Fires Everywhere to read, and it's not going to be shipped until April 22nd. Like, it's in stock, but it said, arrives by April 22nd. And I thought about posting like a question on Facebook or Twitter, like, hey, does anybody have this book that they want to lend me? But then I was like, oh God, people are going to shame me. Like, you can't Clorox a book.
Okay, this is my suggestion for that because I want to read that as well. I very much prefer a physical book, but I'm going to look at the library. There's probably an e-copy.
Yeah, that's kind of. I was looking at that too.
Everything of our libraries checked out.
Even an e-copy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Can you put a hold on it?
I think they said there were 75 people already on hold.
Oh God.
It's the New York Public Library. Like, there's millions of people.
That's true.
So they should have more copies.
Yeah. I think they have like 100 and some odd copies.
Can you get it through your mother's local library?
Ah.
Maybe?
That's a great idea.
I'll have to check.
Yeah.
I have to figure out how to do the library one. Otherwise, I think Jay has a Kindle account, and I'll just borrow your Kindle and watch it and read it that way. I was hoping, though, for the physical book, but whatever. Yeah. So anyway, that was my well, actually. Sorry. I hope it was worth it.
suppose so.
Greg says, been having to go to work on and off. I'm taking off the next 3 days.
Good.
And then back
Good.
Saturday, hoping things change soon.
Yeah,
Me
there you
too.
go.
Me
Sherry is unboxing the last shipment from her move, which Sherry has
That's
a new
exciting.
house, and it is gorgeous from the pictures I've seen. Sherry, I want your house.
Very exciting. Congrats.
Yeah. All right. What else do we have? Kayla is binge watching Mrs. Maisel, The Royals, Hunters, The Office, British baking shows, etc., and Disney movies. So sounds like the people without children are keeping busy in the good way. I'm just kidding. Anyway, that's gonna get edited out. So, Shandy, I can't remember at this point. What have you been up to?
Amanda?
Did you say?
It's true. It is my turn. No one asked
Amanda's
me.
turn.
No one cares what I'm doing. No one ever cares what I'm doing. Why should I? I am inconsequential.
Amanda, what have you been? Sherry, Shandy's been learning. Amanda,
Well,
what have you
I've been signing up to learn. But...
signing up to learn?
That's just the same as learning. That's
Although I
just
have
good.
been learning though too, because we're using Microsoft Teams at work, at my work. And I think last week I was kind of like poo-poo about them, but I think there's a lot there. It's been very exciting.
I agree. I agree. We got Microsoft Teams before, when we were all still working in the office. And I was like, this is dumb. I don't want to use this thing.
Yeah.
It has been a lifesaver, guys.
Yeah.
I have been working from home for a solid week now, and I'm really liking the Microsoft Teams.
Nice.
It is really making working from home manageable.
Nice.
So what makes that different than Hangouts or Zoom or whatever?
I don't have a ton of experience with Zoom yet, so I can't really compare. It sounds like Zoom might be a little better, that it does a little more. It's got that hand raising thing, which I don't think you can do in Microsoft Teams.
Okay.
But everything is kind of integrated within the system. So my calendar is in there, and the video chat function is in there, and we have
my
documents.
OneDrive is in there.
Yeah, the OneDrive is in there. You can have individual chats in addition to video chats. And I think the cool thing, because it integrates with your calendar, you can go into your calendar there, click on the meeting, and then it launches the video.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So it is seamless in a lot of ways, which is nice. I've been liking it, but yeah,
definitely. One of my big things with it was how do you teach foreign language with it? But there actually are ways that you can set up pair work within your lesson.
Oh.
You can set up little subgroups of just 2 students, and then you can do that. You can do 4 groups in your group, and then go into each one to hear what students are saying and kind of bounce around, just like you would physically do in a classroom. If they're talking to each other, you could walk around the classroom.
Oh, that's really cool.
There's actually a lot more than
really
that you can do with it than I originally thought. So my poo-pooing I was wrong.
Nice.
It's pretty good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, no. I've been working pretty steadily. So it's been a lot of what I've been doing. I keep wondering, why do I not have more free time being at home? So it's kind of a bummer. But I've been trying to get into a real routine. I get up, I do yoga, I take a shower in the morning. Otherwise, I find I don't get a shower, which
Totally.
is kind of gross.
Totally.
I've been trying to go for walks during my lunch break. I take an hour break for lunch. So Daniel and I will have lunch together, and then we go back to our separate rooms and go back to work.
That's so cute.
That's great, because didn't you used to often work through your lunch?
Yeah, I always worked through my lunch. I would just have sad kid desk lunch, and I take a legit. I'm not answering emails. I'm not doing nothing.
Good.
I'm doing something away from a screen, because otherwise you're just sitting in a screen all day. I haven't worn a pair of pants with a zipper or a button since maybe Saturday or Sunday, I think.
Yeah,
when I went out for a
legit.
walk with a friend. I've gotten into this routine where I wear the same pair of yoga pants 2 days in a row, and then I wash them.
Oh, wow. That's better
Love
than
it.
me. I would go, if I'm not sweating, I would go
take
as
them
long
off.
as I could.
I put pajamas on. I put them back on the next day.
Nice.
Yeah. So eventually I'd like to get into like more reading and stuff, but I cleaned my fridge.
Oh,
That was,
that's
like-
actually really important. I should do that too.
Yeah, it was real gross, guys. It was real gross. To the point where, like, I didn't know you could pull the drawers out. Like, things come out of the fridge so you can properly clean them.
Oh,
There
no.
was...
You're
See,
getting
look,
shamed.
even Fiona's like,
You're
dude, what is
shaming
wrong
you."
with you? I'm getting cat shamed about my dirty fridge.
So loud.
So we actually have a routine of cleaning out our fridge right before my mom is about to visit,
Oh,
because
that's
she
rude.
made a comment once and was like, whenever your cleaning lady comes, back when Jay still worked for Google and we had her come once a month, whenever she comes, you should tell her to clean out your fridge, to clean your fridge for you. And then I was like, oh, is that a thing that I'm not doing? And now
Yeah,
we
I
make
wasn't
sure to
doing it
do it
either.
before she comes down.
Yeah.
It's like our check.
Yeah. Yeah. It was real bad, guys. I'm real embarrassed.
Don't be
But now-
embarrassed.
Now it's nice and clean. I reorganized it. So now, because I feel like we were forever losing things in the bowels of the fridge. So now there's a bit of a structure,
Mhm.
Nice.
a bit of a feng shui to it.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. We've instituted happy hour.
I saw
Here.
your quarantine.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We've instituted happy hour at the Giordano Drake house. So every day when we log out of work, we're taking turns making a cocktail for each other.
I
So
love that.
we'll see how long it goes. This was day 3.
Hey, that's pretty
Nice.
awesome.
Yeah.
Speaking of cocktails, got tequilas in the house.
Oh,
Oh,
hey.
hey.
You're just in time for us to just about to take a commercial break. Mainly because Jay has gone upstairs, so I'm going to switch computers so I can use the GarageBand audio.
Great. Sorry, I'm trying so hard not to move, but it's basically impossible.
I know. That's why we're going to switch back over, because this chair squeaks too, and I never really hear it while we're recording, but every time I use the levelator, it brings it up just slightly enough that I'm like, man, you were squirming a lot during that segment. Yes, I know, that's what she said, but... no, Amanda, what cocktails have you made? Because we can't go to commercial break without this
the list.
information.
Okay. So first day I made gin martinis with
Blue cheese olives?
Yes, with blue cheese olives.
Oh, I never forget a blue cheese olive.
Oh man, they're the best. They're really, if you're making a martini with any other type of olive, you're just doing it wrong.
This is
really
true.
good.
Just doing it wrong.
I agree.
Yeah, so we did that. Yesterday was Daniel's, and he made old fashions with Grand Marnier, which was my
Ooh.
suggestion. Just saying. And then today
It's
I
your
made,
work.
and then today I made a rye cocktail with a little bit of fig jam and grapefruit bitters that we've had
Nice.
sitting at
That
our
is
bar.
fancy.
Yeah, we like legit have some nice like bar stuff. We have those like really fancy cherries, those really, really fancy maraschino cherries, which are like stupidly expensive, but they're like freaking amazingly delicious.
Mm.
So they're worth a treat. But yeah, so we'll see how long this goes. Eventually, we're gonna run out of stuff, and hopefully, the liquor stores will still be open here, and we can get reserves.
They will still be open. They released a press release on Friday.
That's
like,
true. They are
we're
considered an essential service. So.
Which makes sense, though. Like, if you think about how, like, I was shocked when Pennsylvania, but I guess I shouldn't be shocked because Pennsylvania closed all of their ABC stores, because you can't force, like, an alcoholic to suddenly have to go through withdrawal
Mhm.
and be quarantined in their house. Like, that puts them in physical danger. That puts their, like, partners and children potentially in like danger. So like it makes sense that it would be considered. I don't know. To me, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Totally.
Well, and it's like the liquor store we go to, there's like this wine store in our neighborhood, and it's like a really great like community spot. And it's also like, yes, I love to drink wine and spirits, but it's also just a really great local business.
Yeah.
And they do a lot of like, good stuff for the neighborhood. So it's more just like you want to make sure that they survive.
Nice.
Everything being closed. So if it means I have to buy another bottle of whiskey, then like I'm gonna do it. I to support the team. I'll fall on that sword.
Nice. Mandy said we can get alcohol to go from restaurants now in Tennessee.
Nice.
In Raleigh, they're doing that too. And a lot of the local, because there's a lot of like craft breweries in the Triangle area, and they are having like, special half price growler days, like come pick it up in the parking lot and like other things. So Sherry said oh gosh, I'm going to put it up on the screen.
Yeah. Amarena Fabri? Is that how you say that?
And Marina, I don't know. You guys have never heard us try to pronounce some of the names of the books that the book authors that Matt suggested.
But yes, Cherry, I think those are the ones. They're like, they equal out to like $1 a cherry. Like if you really break it down, it's like embarrassing. But we don't use them that often, so we can like really make them stretch for a long time.
All right, so let me switch over computers. This should not interrupt your stream whatsoever. I'm just going to remove myself, run to the P, and hop back on over here. I'm not going to pull a Jennifer. You guys have seen that video, right?
No. Who's Jennifer?
Okay, well, another time. Don't worry.
Okay.
It'll be one of those videos I send you at 6 a.m. when I'm finishing editing this on like
I
Sunday
look forward
morning.
to it. I can't wait.
I'd laugh at it because I'd have to imagine that it has to be fake, and that makes me feel better about laughing at it. But it's really funny. Anyway, okay. All right. So at this time, we are going to take a quick commercial break. We'll come back. We'll take a fun BuzzFeed quiz and feedback and get out of here. All right.
Sure.
All right. So we are back, and hopefully our audio quality has improved a little bit. I am on the other side of the desk now. Anyway, so I was putting together a like coronavirus sort of like news segment. I was trying to put together like a quiz, like just test you guys if you knew like true or false things about coronavirus. And then I realized I think at this point we need to have a little bit of levity right now. The time for, I believe within the next 14 days, 2 weeks from now, we'll probably have a whole lot more, and you don't need to hear whatever here. So anyway, clearly I was like, all right, well, backup, as always, is a good BuzzFeed quiz. So I came up with a list, and since we're live, I'll let you guys vote on which one, and then I will put it in the chat. The first one is, what is the color palette of your personality? The next one is, and this was my vote, a wholesome quiz will reveal what you're secretly good at. Which cute animal matches your personality? Everyone has a scent that matches their personality. Here is yours. I also vote for that. I've always wanted to know.
I'm terrified of that one.
I want to know what my personality smells like.
I know, it's probably something really terrible for me. I don't know if I can handle it.
If you were a comfort food, what would you be?
Ooh, I kind of like that one.
All right. Is that what you guys are thinking?
I'm open to whatever the chat feels.
Let the chat decide.
Yeah.
Maybe we can compromise because.
Well, how long are they? Could we maybe do 2?
We might. Sometimes we have time to do 2. I think it's going to depend on how quickly we get through it. Sometimes it takes us like 30 minutes to do the quizzes, and sometimes we're done in like 10.
It's true.
So
Scott saying cute animal and Greg saying scent. We've got some conflicting things going on here.
Well, I want to do scent, but let's start with the one Amanda. What did you just say?
I can't remember. Oh, food,
comfort food. What comfort food are you? Okay, here it is. Try to link to it in the chat. I don't know if I will definitely send it to you guys.
Shandy, I'm loving on your snack choice. Are you eating a Ritz cracker and drinking an Anchor Steam?
Drinking an Anchor Steam, eating a cracker. It's not a Ritz, but
okay,
it's like
here you go.
Oh, even better. I love those crackers with the little seeds in them.
Yeah, and like if I would have taken like 2 extra minutes, I would have got some cheese to put on it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, your snack game is real on point. I applaud it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, here we go. Everybody ready?
Ready.
If you were a comfort food, what would you be?
Oh, I really hope I'm something with cheese.
I know, me too. All right, here we go. Ready?
Okay.
What is the one word you use to describe yourself? Spontaneous, excitable, classy, confident, studious, determined, goofy, honest, and shy. I'm going with excitable, clearly.
I'm going with determined because it's the closest to stubborn.
Okay. Okay, cool.
I don't know. I kind of wanted to go with excitable, but I don't want to steal your thunder, Call.
But you guys have a lot of similarities. You could be excitable too.
It's not
We
a
do.
competition.
That's fair. I'm going to go. Okay.
You do you. Otherwise,
I know.
your
Why is
comfort
this so
food
hard?
result is,
I'm going to end up
you're
with
not gonna
like
get a result.
stale bread is what I'm going to end up with at this point. But
that's not a comfort food.
I know it's not a comfort food. Maybe for somebody. I'm going to go with goofy. I feel like that's kind of me. Yeah.
All right, Amanda. It's just a BuzzFeed quiz.
I know. I did it. Let's go. Moving on.
Pick your to-go condiment: ketchup, mustard, ranch, sriracha, mayo, honey mustard, tartar sauce, hummus, or barbecue sauce. Oh my god, this is so hard.
That is actually really hard.
Very difficult. Sorry, Matt.
Ranch. Easy. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Mine is between ranch and mustard if I was going to go with the most common, but like...
Sriracha or hummus? But hummus isn't really a condiment. It's just like a generally
Yes, it is.
wonderful food.
If you have like takeout, like Greek food or whatever, like we have
That's
a lot
true.
of Mediterranean takeout places in Raleigh, and they all have different types of hummus. So
That's true. I think the way I eat hummus, it's like its own dish.
that's true. Just go with hummus then. I'll go with
Right.
ranch because that's probably more popular to me than mustard. Okay. Pick the city that you would move to. Los Angeles, Melbourne, Cartagena. I'm sure I pronounced that wrong. And I'm sure Joanne is going to call in with the correct pronunciation for that. Miami, Istanbul, Copenhagen, London, Shanghai, or Florence.
I mean, not right now, but Florence.
Okay. Yeah, well, clearly.
Copenhagen would be interesting too.
I really
Melbourne.
like Copenhagen.
To move to, though?
God, maybe I'd go down under. Why the fuck not? But
I really
Florence.
did love Miami. Miami was a lot of fun.
Oh,
But would
yeah,
you want
that's
to
right,
live
you
in
did.
Miami? Do you, like, live there, love Miami?
Well, but it would also mean that I wouldn't have to learn a foreign language. Because I do have issue with moving to a city and not being able to speak the language.
Well, that's why you could also pick, like, London or Melbourne. Last I checked
true.
in Melbourne, they speak American.
Speak American.
American down
We
under.
don't speak
They
American.
speak English. There was a joke there that I was trying to make, and my brain said it. No, my voice said it faster than my brain could come up with it. But
That's fair.
it's all right. I'm
I'm gonna go with London.
Ridiculous. I would move to London because I've been there twice and I loved it both times. And I feel like I haven't been to any of these other places except for Los Angeles. And I would not pick Los Angeles to move
No, I
to.
would not go to Los Angeles.
I would not move to Los Angeles. I'm wondering though, the thing with Copenhagen is, isn't Denmark one of, if not maybe the like country in the world where people are the happiest?
It is.
Oh, it's a
I really loved Copenhagen. The only reason why I don't think I'd want to live in Copenhagen is because it's far enough north where like you're getting a lot of dark in the wintertime.
And yet people are still happy.
Right.
Happier than they are here.
okay.
So
I can't go with Melbourne because doesn't Australia have like crazy fucking spiders and stuff and snakes? And I think I'm going to go with London too because I know what I'm in
mean,
for.
to be fair, North Carolina has crazy snakes.
Yeah,
I remember
know,
that
but-
museum we went to. It was terrifying.
Oh, Alex both of my boys love that. Hi, Nake. Remember that story where he went up to the
God, they
snake?
called him Nake.
Hi, Nake, because he couldn't say snake.
Oh my god, that is really cute.
Amanda, God has a good point that I was going to raise and then didn't. To live in Miami, Spanish is a must. He
fair.
wishes that he could speak it every day.
I speak
God,
a little
not
Spanish,
learn it.
not well. But I
God.
imagine if I had to speak it every day, it would probably come back.
You would probably pick it up quickly, but different dialects too. And like
Yeah.
it would take you a little while. Maybe you can use this time to, I don't know, find a Rosetta Stone or something. Of course.
Yeah,
not the
Duolingo.
actual
That's
stone.
supposed to be good. I downloaded it. Never actually used it.
Yeah.
But I hear
Or
good things.
take a dedicated course.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. We need to keep
As a
going.
foreign language teacher, that's my advice to y'all.
That's true. We do have a resident expert here.
Oh, that's right. Shandy, you could just teach us French in your spare time. Will said he had to cancel his first trip to Europe that was coming up in May.
Oh, that's such a
That's
bummer.
a bummer.
Bummer.
All right. Moving on. Pick your favorite candy. Hershey's.
Wait, I still haven't picked. Oh my
shit, I
god.
thought
Oh,
you
gosh.
picked. I thought you picked Copenhagen.
I was waffling. I'm between Melbourne, Copenhagen, and Florence.
It's just
That's
a
really
BuzzFeed
tough.
It's just a BuzzFeed quiz.
Fuck it, we're doing Florence, but not in the present. Obviously, nobody's moving.
That's yeah.
Oh, you guys like that I called last week's episode We're Doing It Live.
I loved that.
At the point that I finished last night at 11:20, I was like, fuck this. I'm calling it this.
Fuck it.
And I don't care because I need to go to sleep. And there was an issue with it. Like, it didn't post on the whole enchilada feed last night. And I literally shut my computer and was like, I don't give a shit. It's done.
Fair enough.
I will fix it in the morning. And I did.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Pick your favorite candy. Hershey, Gummy Bears, Almond Joy, Starburst, Reese's, Twix, Laffy Taffy, M&M's, and Snickers. This one is a Sophie's choice.
It's a
Yeah.
hard one.
That is really tough.
Yeah, M&Ms and Snickers. I'm gonna go with Snickers, but Twix gets an honorable mention.
I love
Obviously,
white Twix.
Reese's, but
Like the white chocolate Twix are the best. I put them in like the refrigerator. They are so good. White chocolate in the refrigerator is just outstanding, as well as like dark chocolate. Milk chocolate, meh, it's kind of crappy no
See, I
matter.
don't
how you
really, I
have it.
don't really like white chocolate either. It's like a little too sweet for me.
No, white chocolate with Twix, ooh, super good.
To be fair, I have never had a white chocolate Twix.
They sell them at Walmart.
We don't have Walmarts.
I was gonna say I know because whenever I want one,
I could order it from Amazon and it'll probably arrive in December.
Yeah, right.
Pretty sure it's deemed non-essential.
I like Reese's, but I love Reese's, but I love Reese's minis better than the actual peanut butter cups.
Nah, I gotta go with Reese's all the way with Twix as an honorable mention.
I'll go M&M's then, because M&M's are like the staple. If you're not in the mood for candy, you can always pick up a handful of M&M's. Though,
oh my god, you really can.
That is fair. Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I'm going to go with. Pick the classic book to reread. Great Gatsby, Pride and Prejudice. Wow, this is very makes a lot of assumptions that people have read these for the first time. Great Gatsby, Pride and Prejudice, Catcher in the Rye. I'm 3 for 3. The Giver, On the Road, To Kill a Mockingbird, Frankenstein, The Old Man and the Sea, and Alice in Wonderland. Okay, actually, with the exception of To Kill a Mockingbird and On the Road, I have read all of those books, thankfully.
I have never read The Catcher in the Rye.
I've never read quite a few of these actually. To Kill a Mockingbird is great, Colleen. You should read it if you haven't.
I have tried. I have it. I literally, there's an Instagram post that I made in like 2012 saying that I finally had this book. I will find it when I'm editing this and send it to you. I carried that fucking book around in my purse for 2 years and then gave up. I was like, I'm not going to read it. I will go with The Giver, though, because out of all the ones on this list that I've read, The Giver, I love that book so much. It's my favorite out of everyone on this list. It just
That was actually read to me. I never technically read it, but it was, you remember in like elementary school when we used to have story hour?
yeah.
I really don't remember much about The Giver, though. It's like, I know I've read it, but I couldn't tell you anything about it.
I actually, maybe I'll reread it on quarantine. It's a great book, though. And it's written by a woman.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, isn't it written by Lois Lowry?
That sounds right, yeah.
It is.
I just kept reading it as Lewis.
Okay.
I'm going to say To Kill a Mockingbird because
Go for it.
I have it at home.
We have
I could read it.
the chat is a lot of Catcher in the Rye, which is interesting because honestly, I never got the appeal of Catcher in the Rye.
I think I started it and never finished it.
Yeah. I think we have it. I think Daniel has it on his shelf, so maybe I'll grab it. But I think I'm gonna also do To Kill a Mockingbird because I have it and I've been meaning to reread it for years. And
Nice. Hey, Rose in the house now.
Hey, hey.
oh hey,
Hey, we got a good sized crowd here. Okay, pick a beverage: Diet Coke, vodka, root beer, gin, Diet Snapple, Smart water, bullet bourbon or bourbon, wine or wine. So
Looks like a
white wine or red wine.
A red.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go red wine.
I'm
Boom.
gonna go with that bullet.
I'm going with the bullet too because I had some bullet last night while I was finishing our podcast.
Nice.
Did I
Well,
tell
and
you?
the beer
because
wasn't a choice.
just in case if we're actually going by the brand itself, I would much rather drink a bullet bourbon than those other two wines because I've never had either one of those brands. So I don't know if I like it.
Maybe you can just count it as bourbon in general.
You could, but I think
It's really good
brand
bourbon.
recognition.
It's very smooth, and you just one of those like good ones that don't really give you the hangover.
Yep, and it's like a good quality, and it's not super expensive. It's
No.
like attainable.
Right.
Like you don't feel guilty buying it.
Yeah. All right, finishing this up. Pick the scenery that speaks to you, and there's a lot of beautiful imagery.
I'm going for the mountains.
I knew you were going to do that.
Going for that really pretty beach, a really tropical looking beach thing.
See, I am thinking, like, okay, see the picture with the spring, with the red buds that are, like, blossoming, the bottom right? That is what Raleigh looks like right now, and it is
That's pretty.
absolutely gorgeous, and I love it so much. But I have realized that I Instagram scenery the most when it is fall. So I'm going to go with fall. All
Okay.
right. What did you guys get?
Oh my god, I'm really excited.
I am
about what
really happy with what I just got.
I got mac and cheese.
Yum.
I'm so excited.
Delicious. There were quite a few people in the chat that got mac and cheese because I noticed that they all did this quiz very quickly.
Wait, what did you guys get? What did you get, Shandy?
I got hot cocoa.
I got pizza!
Nice.
And I'm really happy about it.
Solid.
All right, so chat had some things to say. Got is with me on Catcher in the Rye. Never understood why folks liked it. Ro reread To Kill a Mockingbird 2 or 3 years ago. A bunch of people had Catcher in the Rye, as we mentioned. And then results. Mandy had mac and cheese. Kayla had cinnamon rolls. Greg got pizza too. Sherry also got cinnamon rolls. That's it.
Making me hungry.
Yeah.
I know. Oh my goodness.
Drake is in the house now, so that's exciting. Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
Got said, what better time to bring back the patron pizza show than now?
That would be fun. I thoroughly enjoyed that patron show. I would be down to do another one of those.
That patron
was
show.
really
missed
fun.
a good one.
And I was so disappointed, and I can't remember why I couldn't be there, but I was so bummed.
It was really fun. Actually, no, just go on the patrons page. Everybody go on the patrons page and comment about how you want the pizza party to go back. Tell Dan to bring it up. He will bug the shit out of everyone over it for a while. And then it'll happen. And we can do it for everyone. Not even we don't even have to do it for the patrons one. We can just do like a network pizza party because I don't know, whatever. That was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, and Ro is saying that she wouldn't order pizza now, but she could try to make her own. And that was the one thing that I was like, how do we get pizza? Frank has been talking about how he wants to make pizza because he's never made it from scratch.
Oh,
We got
it's
frozen
fun.
pizza from
So,
Target.
yeah, I think this could be a thing.
You can make dough in the food processor. That's how we do it.
Ooh.
I'm just going to
really
heat
easy.
up frozen pizza.
We do that too.
Also works, yeah.
We also have one of those sitting in the freezer. You know,
Nice.
we're trying not to eat through the frozen food, but it's there for when we can't get to
Just
the
in
grocery
case.
store in a couple of weeks
Yeah.
when there's no food.
Right.
Sorry, that was doomsday. Everything is fine.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I credited that to God, I think. Greg said, oh my God, what better time to bring back the patron pizza shows. Sorry about that. But anyway, cool. Yeah. All right. I think we have a new plan. Everybody out there listening. I don't know. Maybe we can do it like through Zoom or something. We just have like 100 people. No, I'm just kidding. We couldn't do that. That'd be a shit show. But anyway.
Well, it doesn't have to be a podcast. It could just be, friends hanging out virtually, eating pizza.
Yeah.
True.
That's true. I would do that.
Yeah, I would totally do that.
Yeah.
Rose said she would make an English muffin pizza. English muffin pizza is my one of my favorite things.
Me
I
too.
love a good English muffin pizza.
I love it for breakfast, like pizza toast. Oh.
All right, we need to move on to the feedback because this show is really fucking long, but that's okay. That's okay.
Okay, so I guess that means we're not doing another. We're not doing another one, huh? Moving right on.
Oh, that's right. I did promise another quiz. Shit. What was the
No,
other
we don't
quiz?
have time.
No.
We talked
It
too
was
much.
time.
Feedback it is.
Yeah.
Okay,
It
next
was
week.
depending
Next
on
time.
time.
Next
Yes.
time. Okay, go. I do want to do the smell one, maybe next week or something.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Absolutely, it's a date.
Fantastic. Or the patron pizza party, or the listener.
We can do
pizza party.
both.
Yeah.
We can do a patron pizza party, and we can find out what our smells are.
You know, there is no better time to find out what your smell is than while you're eating pizza.
Yeah, that tracks.
Pretty perfect. Especially for those of us with lactose intolerance.
Papa lactate, you'll be fine.
All right. Moving into the Facey /feedback. Alice said, any chance that the broadcast will be covering Little Fires Everywhere? There's a show coming out on Hulu starring Reese Witherspoon and Kerry Washington. As we know, it's been recommended to us. The book is by Celeste Nig. Well, like I said, try to order the book, and it's not available. But I'll talk about it if you guys want to.
I would love to.
I would like to read it, so I'll try. I'll see if I can get it.
I would like to read it first as well, but
Yeah.
Matt said some hashtag quarant reading that I've been doing is The Calculating Stars by Mary Robinette Cole. It's set in the 50s in an alternate history America where Dewey really oh, that's right. I have isn't there a new TV show? Okay, sorry. Let me finish reading the description and then sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. The Calculating Stars by Mary Robinette Cole. It's set in the 50s in an alternate history America where Dewey really defeats Truman and a massive meteorite decimates most of the East Coast. It focuses on a woman who sets out to get female astronauts as the world prepares to colonize space for humanity's survival. Isn't there a TV show out now that's based on a book, and it's like if Charles Lindbergh had won the election?
Yeah, I literally
The
just
Plot
saw
Against America.
an ad for it today when it was a pre-roll for something, and I can't think of what it was that I was watching. But yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I think it's called The Plot Against America because I get a lot of advertisements for that.
Yeah, because it's like Lindbergh's wife is what's her face from The Big Sick. Yeah, like I've definitely seen this ad.
Yes, The Plot Against America is a novel by Philip Roth, an alternate history in which Franklin D. Roosevelt is defeated in the election of 1940 by Charles Lindbergh.
Interesting.
Yeah, I do want to watch it, but I got to make a actual list. So, but anyway, sorry, not to get too off topic here. Vicky says that she has been, as far as what quarantine plans she has, she's been working on crochet projects too. So far, I've made a hat and an ear warmer and finished up a baby blanket that I started over the summer.
Oh, I love that.
Nice.
I have also started some crochet projects. I had to order some yarn because I ran out.
Excellent.
But yeah.
All right, I think now it is time to go into some That's What She Said.
All right. Sorry, that was obnoxious too.
The one where they're all hyper aware of their personal quirks and tics.
We need a BuzzFeed quiz for that.
Yeah, seriously. I've already taken my ring off just as a precaution.
I appreciate that.
It's spreading from person to person.
You don't realize how deep of a pull it was.
I kept in all three of them.
I'm afraid I'm going to get through it, and we're still going to have a month of quarantine.
You're almost there.
Oh my god. My roommate is stomping so fucking loudly upstairs.
Oh, God damn it. You better ask your other roommate to text them and be quiet.
God, did you hear that? Or just as I had to talk? They just go one into the next so quickly.
How many is it? If it's less than 10 people, it's okay.
You're the first one to do that.
That's all I wanted to do today. I cannot wait. Oh, sorry. Oh, fuck. I fucked 2 of them up in a row. I'm making the noise, which I do way too much.
I love that noise.
I do too.
Okay, well,
My
I did
favorite.
I did it at work yesterday while we were talking about something because we had our, like, big meeting about how we were going to, like, you know, close and work from home. And I did that, and they looked at me like I was fucking, like, I don't know. They just were like... What was that noise? And I was like, this was a Zoom thing. You guys would have that shit on Twitter right now. But thankfully it wasn't.
It's the best.
It was very embarrassing, though. And then we all ordered Thai takeout, and it was great. And watched Love is Blind. And then we had champagne at the end of the day to celebrate not being there indefinitely. Anyway, hi, Carmen. Our president, who is listening to me confess this right now. Shit, what was the one I was at?
I can wait for that part of quarantine.
Okay. That's all I wanted to do today. I can wait for that part of quarantine.
You'll get there. You're there for a month.
We're still building up to this.
We are at the precipice.
That's 11 more than me.
I am so excited to do it.
Let me have it.
I would totally be down to finishing it.
I did it for the same reasons as Mandy.
Am I doing it? Can you see it?
I didn't know what it was called until 2 years after I had it pierced.
We won't take it until the end.
I really hope Shandy isn't looking for her thingy. I really hope Shandy isn't looking for her thingy.
What thingy were we talking about?
Your shot glass.
My what?
Your shot glass.
Ah,
Oh, right.
that's when I wasn't there.
I don't have any more got tequila anymore.
I hear her. She's coming.
Everybody can go through this.
Oh, man.
Wow, that was a particularly good batch.
That was a good match. Hey, Shandy, did you ever find your thingy?
Never did find that thingy.
I think I found your thingy for you.
You found my
I believe
thingy
you
for me.
did. I believe you
Hashtag
did.
I found Shandy's thingy.
Yep, and you're keeping that thingy safe
Yep.
Yeah.
Until this whole thingy is over.
till this whole thingy is over.
It was supposed to be safe until May, but now it's just going to be safe until September.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Side note, I think it's raining outside, and I have some thingies outside on the balcony drying.
No.
Whoops.
Well, they're not drying anymore.
Yep.
Do you want to go get them?
Not particularly. It's the bath mat, and it's like so wet.
Oh,
She
yeah.
said
That's what
that
she
it
said.
takes really long to dry anyway, and it's like too wet to bring inside.
Yeah, because then it gets all
later.
like heavy and
Yeah.
I hear you.
All right, it is time to finish up with some emails. We have 2 emails. One is from Aaron and one is from Andy. Oh, so Shandy, is Frank doing a presentation or something? Because I just got in French, because I swear to God I just heard him speak French in my right ear.
He's downstairs watching The Good Place.
Okay, then I am maybe having a stroke. Okay.
It was me. Did you not know that I speak French like a man?
I just heard like this noise that sounded like a man speaking French. And I was
Yeah,
like, oh.
that's me.
All right, our first email is from Aaron.
Okay. Do you want me to take that one?
Yes.
Great. Ooh, it's a broadcast email virgin. Hello, broads. Been listening for almost a year since Mike introduced me to you ladies. Hashtag Team Science. I'm still here working from home while listening to your latest episode as Colleen is talking about how us extroverts are going to really struggle through this COVID-19 crisis. All of my spring trips have been canceled, including one out to Monterey to run Big Sur Marathon. which would have been my first time in California, along with presumably my trip to Raleigh to meet all of you. Oh. After listening to you for 9 months and hovering in the Jay and Jack group from afar, I was looking forward to meeting you and feeling like less of a lurker. After a crazy 2019, I went into 2020 feeling excited and hopeful, but between some tough times at work, the Democratic primaries, listening to the Trump speak almost every day this past week, the coronavirus and social distancing, I can't say 2020 has me feeling super positive anymore. I'm sorry my first email to the broadcast seems so depressing, but we're all in this together, right? So what are some of the things we can do to stay positive and help keep others positive? If you are fortunate enough to still be working, check on your friends that might not and see if they need help. Support your local restaurants and breweries that are still allowed to do takeout and delivery. Tip the drivers well if you can. Donate food to a local food bank or donate blood. Ooh, that's a good one. I wouldn't have thought to donate blood.
I donated blood on Thursday.
Oh, you're so good about that. Have Zoom or Skype happy hours to stay social. Anyone have any other suggestions? I need all the positive ideas I can get these days. Looking forward to getting through these coming months and hoping that whenever a Raleigh meetup does happen, I'll be able to be there to finally meet you all. Stay healthy and safe, everyone. Erin. Hashtag I'm with hers. Hashtag but still Team Science.
Erin, you have been like one of the biggest Taylor Swift song brackets person. You are not Team Science. You just think you are. Somehow in my mind, I think that they are definitely mutually exclusive, but apparently they aren't.
I thought that was the beauty of the broads, though, because we don't prescribe to patriarchy, so we don't have to look at the world in a binary, so we can actually be team both.
Yep. Preach, sister, preach.
So I guess this would be a good time to announce that most likely the meetup, the meetup is being rescheduled because clearly we cannot have a meetup on May 1st at the moment, even if the president has said that he hopes that we will all be back to normal by Easter Sunday, which is, 2.5 weeks from now. I don't know if that is a realistic timetable, but I'm guessing that nobody's going to feel comfortable flying here and socializing in a big group for May 1st. So after enacting many polls in that's what she said, in the meetup group, I believe the new date for the podcast meetup weekend is going to be September 25th through September 28th. And as long as that looked like the best date available, and it breaks my heart that everybody put, May 1st aside, and now there are people that might not be able to do that last weekend in September, and really makes me physically feel sad and sick, and that we might not get to see anybody, but that is the unfortunate reality of 2020, and the sacrifices you have to make for the greater public health good. But we do hope that you can mark that on your calendar. And as Jay pointed out, that's his half birthday weekend. So his birthday party that got canceled, we can just reschedule it for then. And then we can celebrate Gott's birthday because he was in quarantine, JP's birthday, Scott Eric's birthday. I don't know who else has birthdays. I have to look it up. I have it written down. But maybe we can celebrate all of the quarantine birthdays and turn the meet-up weekend into one giant birthday party.
I love it. Squarely an Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
Have lots of pretzels, and this is going to be great.
It's going to be great. All right. Thank you, Erin, for your email. And now that we've popped your broadcast email cherry, we hope that you write in frequently.
Yes, definitely. And Kayla had a couple of suggestions to Erin's question. She says coloring books, puzzles, drawing, journaling, reading, any creative activities definitely help de-stress and help pass the extra time.
I love the coloring books idea. That's great.
Yeah.
I also want to highlight what she said about tipping drivers and tipping if you do delivery and takeout, tip them too.
Yes.
Support, donate food to a food bank. If your local school district, their PTAs are setting up Amazon wish lists, which help them. We donated, a bunch of food to ours through Amazon. It was just a way to mitigate person-to-person contact. So we did it that way. It was sent to the PTA president's house. She made this whole long post that she sent out over email that had all of the food and showed the people putting them together from 6 feet apart and how they wiped them off before they distributed them. And I mean, it was super, when I say it was super long email, it was a super long email. And, just, it was good to know where your donations went. Or not where they went because, that's privacy, but that, they took them and they distributed them and she kind of documented what all the workers were doing, the board members were doing. So, yeah. Your local, so that's what I'm saying, your local PTA might have it. On my neighborhood Facebook page, on our next door page for our area, everyone has been offering to shop for elderly or immune compromised neighbors. So, if you know somebody that might not want to, offer it to them, just see if they want it.
Nice. I love that. That's really great.
Yeah. And wipe down your shit, wash your hands, try to stay inside as much as you can.
Yep.
The end. But yeah, thank you, Erin. Okay, let's finish this shit up with an Andy email, and we are all going to go home.
All right, so we've got another week in Andy's quarantine.
Wait, hold on, we're all already home. We're all going to go to a different...
You should already be home. If you are not home, you are quarantining wrong.
Yeah, you're not
actually,
doing it right.
Maybe you're quarantining at someone else's home. I mean,
that's very true.
Just don't be out in public is what I think we're saying.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we're going to finish this up with an Andy update, and then we're going to wrap this show up.
All right, so this week in Andy's quarantine. Hey, Broads. The hits keep on coming. Hopefully Broad Nation is weathering this storm all right. I think I'm doing as well as you can. Obviously, keeping a 6-foot distance is a hindrance towards losing my virginity. Getting used to putting on rubber gloves, which will probably come in handy when putting on other rubber things. Latex, to be precise. Luckily for me, this hasn't changed my routine too much, although I wish I could be home full time, but it's a drag not being able to go to the movies or sit in a restaurant. Small price to pay, of course, and I will definitely pay it if I can slow the spread. Well, that's about it for me. Take care, stay safe, and hopefully we'll all be outside soon. Hashtag I'm 6 feet from hers.
Oh my God, that's brilliant. Episode title.
Love
title.
Yeah, that was great.
That is brilliant.
Oh, so good.
Yep. What else to say?
Yeah. No, I don't think you can. There's no topping that.
All right.
That's what she said.
All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody in the chat who showed up tonight. We really appreciate it. It's been really nice to talk to everybody. I don't know if we're going to be live next week, but we are going to record the patrons bonus show for anybody that's a patron at the $5 or more level. So stay tuned for that. I mean, I have no excuse. So I am challenging myself to make sure that gets done and published next week. So we're going to have a patrons bonus show next week. And then perhaps we'll do some more live shows during this whole thing. Just keep an eye out. I will do a notice on Facebook and maybe Twitter and through Patreon, definitely. So check that out. We will maybe do a little bit more, like I said, as we are all navigating through our new normal together. But thank you to everybody who was in the chat tonight. Thank you for everybody who listens. If you'd like to give us feedback, we are always looking for feedback, especially look, I know that Mr. Rogers says, think of the helpers, find the helper. During this time, think of the extroverts, find the extroverts, and figure out how you can keep them from going crazy. But no, in all seriously, jokes aside, though, we love your feedback. And that would be broadcasters3@gmail.com or 331-276-2373. I fully expect to be up and running again next week with the good audio from the start. Thank you to the patrons, especially the ones that contribute at a certain level. That'd be Tack from Tokyo, Eckhart Rickner, Maggie the Magnificent, Joanne with a Plan, Ed the Creepy Mailman, Drake the Destroyer of Time, and Greg the Great. So thank you guys. Great, Gray. I forget where we landed. I think it was Greg the Gray, because that's what I like as a Lord of the Rings fan. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate it. Does anybody... I know I promised you something earlier on, and it was on my laptop that's being shut down now. Oh! No? Was I supposed to share something?
Yes, but I can't think of what it was. May just have to be a cliffhanger for next week.
Yeah, I'll write it in the notebook. I'm not picking the laptop. I'm not opening my laptop again.
No, nor should you.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. There was something that I said that I would do. Oh, well. Anyway, stay tuned. ... That's our ... for this week.
Tune in next week for the exciting conclusion.
To be continued. Also, my office over the last couple of weeks watched all of Love is Blind, and it's not a good reality show, but it is trashy enough to talk about. So if anybody wants to talk about it with me, I will totally talk about it.
I do feel like I'm missing out on like a big cultural moment by not watching this show. It does seem to be on everybody's tongue.
Yeah, it's trashy and good, as Mandy and Kayla both just said in the chat. Whatever. If you get desperate and need trashy but good, like, mindless, watch that. All right. Anyway, I don't remember what I was going to show at the end, but on that note, my name is Colleen.
My name is Amanda.
And I'm Shandy.
Peace out, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.